Yo, when my eyes first spotted your men, I knew it was time for me to start reaching in the closet again. I start seeing how you guys pretend. I'ma get him and make sure he ain't coming that Vado again. And yo, you think spitting garbage will win? You won't make it to Linux. I see two of you shot on fifth. You ain't never been on 1/4-5. My waist keep at least 1/4-5. That'll make your ass run home, dick.
I need a whole front, but watch how they all front. Rather see me stressed with a fully on. Quick to show me they success, but they'll put me on. I'm roaming around vexed with a hoodie on. Keep asking myself what I could've done. Sometimes your past present make you grab weapons. Ain't no half step unless you half measure. My Juice Connect told me this my last beverage. On the arm to my palm, get a bag fetish. Small blessings, but it's all lessons. Finger fuck the trigger's what we call sexing. My man want the dude, he called his broad texting. I said cool, we could get him right before breakfast. Before we hit Dirty Kids, give him a 30 clip. Hand him the bag like Tupac on his birdie shit. Laker jersey, MBs, James Worthy fit. Could fuck around and serve the D's on the early tip. Sound boy, this is ground ball. Was smacked into the wall, but I bounced off. 35 O's, you an ounce off. It never fail when them hoes be your downfall. You got her so confused, so she moved quick. The only thing it be that dude that you move with.
Tayon Winfrey was born on March 13th, 1985 in Harlem, New York, better known as his stage name, Vado. He grew up on 144th and Lenox Ave in a rough neighborhood. That hood was known for niggas getting money and getting their face blown off. Preacher had a spot in one of the buildings up the block. His mother was from Guyana and his father was black. He started writing rhymes at 16 and he was influenced by Mace, Cameron, and Big L, Harlem legends. He always liked fashion, but he didn't really like school too much. But he went because he wanted to please his mother. By the time he was 17, he was knee deep in the streets. He started selling crack with the older guys in the neighborhood at the early age of 17. But the money helped him fuel his fashion addiction. And he was also rapping at the time. So it all just came together. He watched his childhood friend, Jay Mills, rise to stardom after signing the Young Money's imprint. So that actually gave him the fuel he needed. After recording a couple of mixtapes and gaining a local buzz, Sugar, a friend of Cameron's and also a friend of his, took one of his mixtapes to Cam. Cam heard it and he was like, damn, this nigga's nice. So he told him to pull up. Vado was running around getting money in the streets. Sugar was as well. And Cam was doing what he do. So it took a couple of days before they actually linked up. Cam had him in the studio and put on like 10 beats for him, and Vado killed all of them. This was around the time the Dipset movement had fizzled out. So Cameron came up with another bright idea. Him and Vado formed a hip hop duo called the UN, which stands for Us Now. I ain't gonna front. When I first heard that Vado mixtape, I was like, yo, this nigga is crazy. Nobody impacted me that much since Max B, because he came with his own style, his own flow, and his own lingo. So when people got all those together and the nigga was flea, I was like, damn, this nigga is nice. He had niggas wearing rugbies and fucking R4s. Shit was crazy. But that whole wave was dope. And Cam, you know, he being a businessman, he saw the potential in Vado and he set up some business ventures with him. After the success of the Bosses of All Bosses mixtape, they followed it up with their debut album together, Heat in Here Volume 1, which was released through Asylum Records, an imprint of Warner Brothers. Vado then released his solo project, a mixtape called Slime Flu. That's when his name started buzzing, because he was by himself. The shit was crazy. It was in October 2010. He released it through Diplomat Records with a distribution deal from E1 Music. So it was kind of dope. He had a deal with Cam, but he had a distribution deal with E1. That same year, Cam introduced him to Dame Dash, and he was going to try to get him signed to Rockefeller. But, you know, that was around the time Rockefeller was coming to an end. So after that, Vado just kept doing mixtapes, and then in 2011, he signed a solo contract with Interscope Records. However, he released no projects under the label. It was like some discrepancies through the lawyers, and the deal wasn't right. So he just took it back to the streets, and he dropped Guns and Butter independently. That shit had him buzzing again, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, street niggas was fucking with him. He had a couple singles that was buzzing, Speaking in Tongues and the Hey Muma shit. You know, he had his own lingo, so niggas was jacking that. After the success of Guns and Butter, he talked to a few lawyers, and he ended up getting out of the Interscope deal. The Hey Muma track caught DJ Khaled's attention and offered him a guest appearance on the song Future alongside Ace Hood, Wale, and Meek Mill. It was on Khaled's 5th studio album, We the Best Forever. Then after that, they formed a relationship, and he said he was going to work out some type of deal with him, but Vado wasn't stressing it. He was getting show money, so he just kept releasing mixtapes. The third installment to a Slime Flu mixtape series had him buzzing all over again. And that's when DJ Khaled said, fuck it, I gotta make this deal official. And on January 30th, 2013, DJ Khaled confirmed that Vado was signed to We the Best Music Group, an imprint of Republican Records and Cash Money Records. His first major label mixtape was V-Day. It was released the following month. During the rest of 2013, Vado made guest appearances on VH1 shows Love and Hip Hop, The Black Ink Crew, and he was on Lil Wayne's Dedication 5. So his name was getting surfaced through the industry. I'm not sure if it was Khaled or if it was his own bars that led him to these extra ventures. But it looked like Vado's career was going to be bright, especially signing with Khaled. Khaled was the king of collaborations. My Bay, featuring Jeremiah, which was his first single, produced by Khaled and his crew, was released in March 2014. It didn't really do no numbers like that, but he was still maintaining his credibility in the game because his mixtape was still buzzing. So they tried again with Look in My Eyes, featuring Rick Ross and French Montana, and this time it was produced by Scott Storch. It still didn't do nothing. So I'm not sure if that was one of the reasons why Khaled didn't push him, like, yo, I got you on a single with Jeremiah, then I got the joint with Rick Ross, French Montana, Scott Storch, and they both ain't do nothing. But after that, he released his 6th studio mixtape, Sinatra, in February 2014. That shit didn't even hit the Billboard Hot 100. Then Khaled put him on one of his songs on the album Changed a Lot. That song didn't really do nothing either. And then after that, he dropped some mixtape called Long Run, and then he did another couple of V-Day series things. But he never gained the attention he deserved. When he was doing his numbers in New York with the mixtape scene and Cameron, the Guns and Butter shit, he was lit. And everybody was thinking, damn, once he signed with Khaled, ain't nothing to talk about. He's on. But now I finally got to do the research and see, like, Khaled put him on the track with Jeremiah. That was the lead single once he got over there. And then he put him on another joint with Rick Ross and French Montana with Scott Storch, and I ain't even do nothing. So they dropped the mixtape. The mixtape didn't do nothing. Then Khaled put him on one of his another albums, Changed a Lot, and that still ain't do nothing. So any rumors or false narratives that Khaled sabotaged his career or he didn't help him is false, because there was a lot of shit floating around like Khaled didn't push him like the other artists. But if a nigga give you a single with Jeremiah, French Montana, and Rick Ross, 2 separate songs, you're supposed to take off, man. You know what I'm saying? That ain't his fault. Vado's a street dude, and sometimes the lyricism is overboard. A lot of people can't comprehend or don't understand it, so it don't make sense to them. A lot of people just want to hear songs or dance music and shit like that. His shit is kind of complex. He got like a certain audience that like it. You know what I'm saying? He got his own label, Long Run, and that's what he dropped all his Long Run series mixtapes under. In October 2023, he signed a deal with Blige's new record label, Beautiful Life Records, and a distribution deal with Larry Jackson's digital distribution imprint, Gamma. So he signed like a nice deal, man. You know, Vado ain't no stupid nigga, so it was probably like 2 or 3, couple of mil for the contract, and that's how he stayed relevant and stayed with good income, because he got a good deal, and he also got his own record label. So Vado, man, he's a person that probably never got the recognition that he needed to get. He got a lot of mixtapes under his belt. He about 14, 15 in. He got about 2 studio albums and 2 joint albums with Cam. So his body of work speaks for itself. Shout out to Vado, man. Harlem nigga, black